Hey, my name is DDD. Enjoy this cuffed walkthrough of Chaos Child. Hope you guys enjoy it. Bye! As long as there are no hentai in this, I think I'm gonna be fine. I think I saw some hentai. Hey! No, it cannot have hentai. In the game list for Twitch, it had the game. So, I don't think it's lewd. Maybe a little bit of lewd can be nice. A little bit of lewd. Okay, so if your god and delusion becomes reality, about what kind of nods you get? What? Wow. Okay, new game extra. What? Okay. The music is scary. It's really also very loud. November 6, 2009. Yeah, this is our old game. Oh wait, I have to click. It came with a warning. Should I do some wannabe voice acting in this? Oh man, looking good. Nice helicopter. Nice. It's like a stone. Right, whatever. Dr. Stone. Shit, man. It was a magnitude 7.8 earthquake with an epicenter directly under the city. 7.8 is fucking brutal. This disaster reduced one of Tokyo's busiest downtown area to nothing in a single night. Man, Japan loved their earthquake. Dude, even I think there was the anime. What is it called? Like Japan Sinks. The high-rise building that had birthed so many trends fast collapsed, as if giving up on their role in society. Black fires spread throughout the city. Black fires, dude. As individuals fell into the grip of the crowd psychology, their terror was magnified, combined, all these things took many lives. The final death toll was, oh shit, 3,851. The final number of injured, 30,000. 31,000, let's just say that. This event will later be known as the Shibuya earthquake. That's not very original as a name. Even in all that destruction, people still suffered the most in their hearts. Some who had lost their family came together to share new resolve, while others who had been forced to watch their friends die were driven by guilt to take their own life. Jesus Christ! I mean, it's what. As a baby was miraculously reunited with the parent after 72 hours. Jesus, I can't pronounce. Okay, a child in an evacuation shelter asked her dad, "When mommy's coming home?" He had no answer. Oh, so sad. Some of the wounded made it to the hospital by looking at real-time updates on the web. Others saw people on the internet talking about disaster as if it were a movie and were driven mad. A homeless man was saved from malnutrition by an organized volunteer group, but at the same time, you can read. You can read. Okay, I'll read it for you then. A middle school boy punched a self-centered volunteer who come to Shibuya to find himself in the face. It was the first time in that boy's life he'd ever been violent. Damn, I want to find myself. PTSD? What? I didn't catch that. The psychological toll was incredible, and many of the survivors would later manifest symptoms similar to those associated with PTSD. Do I have PTSD? The young were hit the hardest, and before long, the cause of those symptoms was given a name: the Chaos Child Syndrome. Well, I mean, okay, alright. Is it psychological? They could just say PTSD. Like, there's a lot of children in like some other countries that live through war, right? So, anyways, rebuilding happened at a feverish pace never seen before. Hey, look. It left inappropriate to say, "Hang in there," but people felt that somebody had to do something. The new slogan was "Shibuya, a city reborn," and no amount of money or manpower was spared in aiding the endeavor. And a lot of money, a lot of moolah went there. The whole town was in the grip of a fever. In private, A leader of the development efforts said, "This may sound unkind, but this frenzy feels like a town bearing its grief by holding a festival." Okay. That seems very cynical. Building codes were rigorously evaluated with an eye towards the earthquake engineering, perhaps in an effort to emphasize the city's safety. Security cameras were put up all over town. Shibuya would become a place where everyone could live in peace. Nice. But at the same time, a rumor began to spread about the earthquake. Something about this earthquake doesn't make sense. Well, there's a lot of earthquake in Japan, so... There were no aftershocks, and the damage had spread in a strange way. Harajuku and Ebisu, area only a kilometer away from Shibuya, suffered few casualties, and even a fewer collapsed buildings. This damage pattern had never been observed in any prior earthquake, and so more than a few pundits claimed the Shibuya earthquake must have been artificial. The government, Billy Gates, it's 5G. More than anything, some of the survivors all said the same thing. I saw a white light. I heard a sound like a ringing in my ears. Bro, it's 5G. Too many people experience this for anyone to laugh it off, but no cause of those phenomena was ever found. It was just more evidence to those who believed that something about the earthquake had been wrong. Shibuya 107. That's somewhat of a creepy sign, dude. Then, 6 years after the strange earthquake in 2015, something else was about to attract attention in the reborn city of Shibuya. So, I'm working on my pronunciation, okay? I'm no native, but Chaos Child. If you're a god. Oh, what kind of noise? What does noise mean? September 7th, 2015, Sunday night.
はい。ではいつも通り3分くらい募集をかけるんで、適当によろです。
Alright, are they gonna question us? About who we are? The second he spoke, the comment box started to fill. What? Yuma Otani watched it for a few seconds and then saw the request. When does Haru tell us she's dating somebody? He smiled to himself. Just what he wanted. Most of the requests were about hot actors or cute idols. His audience was so stupid that it was easy to tell exactly what they're going to ask. The problem was always whether the name that came up was someone he knew. That was a question of luck and how popular they were. But got a new tip, Haru. Okay. But Haru, her full name was Haruko something or other, but she was fine. Just a few days ago, he'd forced himself to go to an event he'd rather have skipped and seen it for himself.
Yosh.
Yosh. Yosh. Satisfied, Otani got up and to get some snacks, like he always did. Oh, so it's an otaku? Are we gonna play as this guy? He lived in a one-bedroom condo located 8 minutes from Shibuya Station. Cost 150 yen per... What? Yo, 8 minutes is very far away. One-bedroom condo! $15,000 a month, excuse me? It had been built after the earthquake, so the furnishing and layout were modern. That's why it cost so damn high. A little more room would have been nice, but compared to the 40,000 yen per month place he'd lived last year, it was heaven. $4,000!
来年にはもうちょっと便利なところに引っ越すか。
Dude! 8 minutes away from Shibuya Station, like what the fuck do you want more, dude? At 21 years old, Otani felt satisfied for the first time. At 21 years old, you can afford this place? Whew. Am I missing something? Is this... Am I... 4,000 is... No, wait. 40,000 is $4,000 per month. Okay. In 4th grade, he got big into online gaming and stopped going to school. Eventually, he stopped leaving his room altogether, a true need. Then he got addicted to drugs that made him sleepy, but did nothing else. Once seeing only darkness in his future, he had been planned to commit suicide. In the chaos after the earthquake 6 years ago, he'd finally managed to leave his room, but his family had already given up on him. And after he failed his entrance exam, he went to live on his own in Shibuya, and he hadn't spoken to his parents. Dude, how can you afford this place? Okay, hold on. I'll work in USD. Okay. OnlyFans. Okay, no, I did the conversion bad. It's actually $1,400. It's actually not that bad. So then it means that before his rent was $400. Alright. Okay, this is more reasonable. For a moment I thought that we only had to remove 1 0. That makes sense. Because he was a failure in life, so I was like, ugh. As far as they knew, he'd failed the exam 3 times in a row. In fact, he hadn't even gone to the test after the first time. There wasn't even anything he wanted to learn in college, or any companies he wanted to work for badly enough. He had no goal in life at all. Hey, that's like me, but I'm actually working. But things are different now. Channel. Maybe Chan does tell the truth sometimes. Yes, I'll have some cheese. He took a block of cheap cheese he bought at a supermarket out of the fridge. Usually he never ate anything this cheap. Oh wow, fancy boy. Oh, he live stream. Hey, hi, it's me. But on Nico and live streaming, it wasn't just it's Twitch. It was just what you said. How you look when you said it also mattered. Tiny wasn't good looking, man. Let alone a cute girl. He was just a plain old guy, and so to keep his program popular, he needed to make them think he was poor. Barely managing to scrape by, in fact. Right, okay. Almost like an OnlyFan, but pretending. Should I pretend to be someone else and I'm not? That's why you keep the area in his PC. Okay, no, fuck it. And the parts of his apartment that you could see with his webcam completely playing. Last one, he finally reached his goal of 4,000 viewers. Wow! For a man with nothing going on for him like Otani, this was extremely unusual. 3 months ago, he guessed the winner of a popularity contest a certain idol group was holding, as well as their total number of votes. That must have really paid off. Nikoya video? What is this stuff on top? I don't get it. After that, his numbers have been going up steadily. Late last month, when his stream had appeared at the top of Nikoya's page, he'd seen a huge increase. Right now, he got on about 4,500, and it was quite possible he'd break the 5,000 by the end of the month. Bro, I wish it was me. I mean, 3 viewers is great. I mean, at least I have people that interact in chat. Thank you, Hatsuki, and the people that interact sometimes. It was around late last year when he started to wonder about his powers. It was a certain rumor on one of his @chan occult board that made him really start to realize what he had. The name he'd chosen for his stream subtly reflected this. Then I learned that I can see the future. Oh, that's how he can like predict who wins and stuff. He took out a knife to cut the cheese. Oh my god, the music is scary. Bro, the music is fucking scary, dude. There was a strange sound. Fuck, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. You thought I imagined it when... What is this knocking? Knock, 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 knock. You heard it again. It was coming from the door. Someone was clearly knocking on his door. Okay, you know. Jungle. Jungle maybe? Suspicious. He walked towards the door to answer, then checked the clock. It was 11:41. Okay, for a moment it was actually 11:41 p.m. in here, so I was like, did he check my time? It's Catherine. He kind of actually, I was gonna say he looks like Vincent, but he doesn't have an afro. It's not Vincent. Not exactly normal delivery hours. No, you tried to ignore it, but fucking respond, dude. The knocking. Okay, that was me. Sorry. The knocking continued. It was the same rhythm at the same place, as if the visitor goal wasn't to come inside, but to simply make that sound. Otani felt a bit creeped out. He decided to go to the intercom camera and see who it was, but then he realized that would be pointless. Only the auto-locking door on the first floor had a camera. The door to Otani's room on the 5th floor had an intercom, but no camera. Otani gave up.
くそ。つか、用ならインターホン押せよ。酔っ払いか?
Maybe it's so drunk. No, the knocks were too steady for that. And there was no voice yelling at him to open up. I would be like him. I would be very perplexed. It seemed like this door a million times, but suddenly it looked somehow different. Someone he didn't know was on the other side of the wall, demanding entry in the middle of the night. Somehow, this made the door seem intimidating. Otani thought that he might look through the peephole to see who was inside. He was in disgust to find himself too scared to even get close to the door. Wait, the intercom didn't have a camera, but it did have a microphone. He turned towards the living room so he could use the intercom and find out what they wanted. Oh, Tiny, it's me. Sorry to come by so suddenly. Who is this? He stopped when he heard that voice. Huh? It's me. I'm very sorry to bother you at this hour. Oh, Tiny tried to remember who the speaker was, but found he couldn't. But from the tone of the voice and the word, they probably were a weirdo. When they said, "I'm sorry," it sounded like they really meant it. Otani sighed softly with relief, and then realized he was still carrying the knife he had been using to cut the cheese. It suddenly felt stupid to feel so nervous. He quickly laid the knife on top of the sink.
はいはい、今開けます。どちら様ですか?
It's me, don't you remember? I don't know if it's a guy or a boy. The voice simply repeated itself. But who are you? But who are you? Otani whispered himself as he opened the door. Fuck, my voice is bad. Who are you, dude? Otani narrowed his eyebrows at the people standing there. He looked at them up and down and then looked at their face again. Their eyes met.
あんたら、どこのどなた?
Who are you guys? What? Otani felt a piercing headache. Shit. What's happening? Otani closed his eyes and put his right hand up to his temple. He could feel the blood pounding in his vein through his finger. He staggered and quickly put the other hand against the wall to keep from falling over. The pain was like the old days when he overdosed on antidepressant, but much more intense. Yo, keep it up, dude. He grit his teeth again, the pain, and dug his nail into the wall. He was holding him up. That was holding him up. Sorry. As he waited for the pain in his finger to help dull the pain in his mind. Mr. Otani, are you okay? He heard a voice he heard many times before, and he felt a concerned hand on his shoulder. Someone managed to ignore the pain and open his eyes. A worried face was peering down at him.
ああ、大丈夫。最近たまにあるんだ。
Overwork, perhaps? You've been so busy lately. You shouldn't push yourself too hard.
相変わらず心配性だな、お前は。大丈夫だよ。さあ、入ってくれ。
He opened his mouth as wide as he could and moaned, trying to ease the pain as he led his important guest inside. And as he turned his back on the guests, he told himself that it had been a long time since he'd seen them. Or maybe not? He couldn't have been more than 2 months since they last met, right? I don't know. It only felt long because he wanted to see them so badly.
そうだ。せっかく来てもらったのにすまん。生放送中なんだよ。
I think his viewers are gonna hear that. Or maybe close the sound. While he was out there, he decided he would cut some cheese for himself and his guest. Oh, don't worry about us.
いや、お前ら相手にそういうわけにもいかないだろう。ん？
What's wrong?
いや、なんでもない。
The blade was cutting into the cheese. That's strange, he told himself, as he pushed down with more force. He cut into its surface and it made an unpleasant sound he never heard before, but no matter how hard he pushed, it wouldn't go further. Dude, it sounds like he's cutting his finger. Confused, he yanked the knife back and forth like a saw. It only cut in slightly deeper. I swear it's his finger. I swear he's cutting his finger. It was as if there was something hard inside the cheese. And even though he only just taken it out of the fridge, it was slightly warm. Damn it! Bro, I swear he's cutting his finger. He irritated, slammed the handle of the knife against the cheese. But all I did was bash it in a little. It couldn't cut through it. Ugh. It's creepy as fuck. I'll help you. His guests must have heard the sound because they rushed over. I swear it's his finger. They had another knife. When did it get that out? There's a trick to cutting this thing. Oh wait, what? What the fuck is that? What the fuck they're cutting through? They put the knife up against the cheese and begin to move it with a practiced hand. It sounds like your work is going well. They smile at Otani, their voices slightly low. Otani realized that they were trying to keep their voices from being picked up by the streaming microphone and lowered his voice as well. He grinned and nodded. Okay, this is really creepy. His guest had introduced him to a firm that he handled advertising space for a popular website, which had been giving him regular work. His reputation had quietly spread throughout the small web advertising industry, and soon he was getting more and more offers.
流行を予想することが肝なこの仕事は天職だよ。出来レースみたいなもんだ。
Then why do these streams?
一言では言いづらいな。強いて言えば自分がどこまでいけるか試したいみたいな感じなんだけど。
That's right. His power wasn't meant to be wasted on jobs that anyone could do.
誰も経験したことないから誰かに聞くってわけにいかないだろ。だから自分でやれるだけやってみて。
Yeah, the guy is predicting the future, right?
かっこよすぎか、これは。
Yeah, you're flexing, my guy. No, it's wonderful, I think. And done. After he smacked it a few times, the cheese was a little funny looking, but the even slices were lined up neatly on the plate. Yep.
悪いな、働かせて。
No problem. It's nothing. Go on, I'll wait until your stream is finished.
ああ、冷蔵庫の中適当に見繕ってくれていいから。ああ、静かにな。
Otani took his cheese back to his seat and saw a flood of comment reading, "He's late! Did he log off?" What should only been like, what should have only been 3 minutes had turned into more than 15. Bro, this cheese is creeping me out, okay? I don't want to eat this cheese. What kind of cheese is this? I don't fucking know. It's hard to cut through and it's hard and it's really creepy. I don't know why, but I feel like it's a finger. Otani put a bite of the cheese in his mouth and began to chew loudly.
申し訳ない。この安売りセールしていたチーズがありえないくらい硬くて。
Bro, it's creepy. He apologized to the camera and remembered to keep up the act of being poor and starving. And as he hoped, the comments started to come in. W. I heard you have new hobbies. This is weird. What happened? I'm very worried. Yeah, this is making me sick. Stop it. It's disgusting. I can only laugh. Huh? Otani's face took on a confused expression. The comments were strange. He thought there might be something on the camera, but he turned around and saw only his fake poor room. I swear he's eating a finger. Something to the camera, but the comments still didn't make sense. And they were commenting faster. Maybe there was a problem with the camera. He reached his right hand out towards it. Oh shit. In an instant, his headache was back. What the fuck? It was the same pain as before. No, worse. He closed his eyes and jerked forward, banging his head against the desk. But the pain in his head was so bad that he didn't even feel it. He tried to hold his head in his hand, but for some reason his right hand wouldn't move. So instead he pushed his other hand up against his temple. It felt squishy. The vein was incredibly swollen and it felt like rubber. And each time he felt his blood pulse through it, there was an unpleasant sensation in his finger. Dude, what the fuck is going on, dude? He tapped his feet against the floor, hoping to find some small escape from the pain, but it didn't even get slightly better. It was then that he realized he was crying. He could feel the tears coming from his eyes. The pain was moving there now, too. Unable to bear it, he opened his eyes. Oh shit, what the fuck? Lol, he's getting... What the fuck? I can't read, this is so creepy. Yeah, I'm subscribing to this channel. I don't usually comment now after this is freaking me out. He gasped. The whole screen appeared in front of him like some kind of awful magic trick. What? Daddy, can you tell Daddy what happened? Tits will get a fuck out. True Twitch chat. Oh wait, I didn't read it, so sorry. His eyes reflexively turned towards it. His right arm was gone at the elbow, and the stump was gushing blood. There was a pool of it on the floor, and the sound that he heard was the new blood splattering into it. Huh? Oh, Tiny didn't understand what had happened to him. What was going on? He'd just gone to check on a knock at the door. He's jealous of the stream. The pain screamed within him. Any sense of the pain it reminded of his right arm, as was overcome by the pain in his head. Did he cut his right arm? He felt nothing from his arm at all, though he saw the blood dripping onto the floor. Wait, did he cut his arm? I knew what he was cutting to his arm. What the hell was going on? He blinked and forced his aching eyes to function as he looked around the room. Dude, this isn't no cheese. This is his fucking arm. On top of his desk, he found the rest of his arm. It was sitting on a plate. At first, it looked like it was still in one piece, but it wasn't. It was neatly sliced into uniform pieces. Each piece was about a centimeter wide, and the slices moved neatly towards his finger. They sat upon the plate in roughly his arm's original shape. What am I watching? Bro, I don't know. I don't know either, dude. This is bad. Miraculously, he saw there was no blood on the tip of his index finger. He still didn't understand that it was really his own arm. Fucking cut his arm up. Dude, I thought he cut his finger. But no, he cut his fucking arm. What the fuck? But the sheer disgust at what he saw caused him to leap out of his chair. What was this? What kind of prank was this? Bro, is he gonna die? The content of his stomach flooded. What? Bro, this is some gory shit. The condom of his stomach floated into his mouth. He vomited it. The pink fluid splashed against the desk. Ugh. Imagine if it was a thing. I think it would have been easier to cut than his arm, you know? There's no bones. It would probably be really small. Small dick. He saw something solid in the middle of it. It was a thumb. It was covered in bite marks, saliva, and stomach acid, but horribly remembered it. What? When he had put that into his mouth? In his pain-filled mind, he suddenly heard a sound he never heard before. Bro, bro, the guy is dying. The guy cut his arm and ate his thumb. Bro, this is so creepy, I swear to God. Each time he heard the sound, the pain in his head got worse. He turned towards the camera, hoping for an answer to what was happening. But of course, there was none to be found. The screen was still filling with comments, but his eyes were too filled with tears for him to read them. This is great. What the fuck? This is broadcast curse. The comments are really going fast though. Bro, oh my god, oh my god, the blood, is blood. I just have to say. As the whole world turned red, Otani didn't even realize that his lips were turning purple. Ooh. His lips had turned purple from lack of oxygen, but were stained red with blood from his severed thumb, which he had chewed himself. As he tried to fight the pain, he began to fall unconscious, and tears fell from his eyes. Oh boy, this is creepy. The tears seemed pink to him. Otani was weeping blood. Oh, this is creepy as fuck. He died. Still facing the camera. Bro, oh, Jesus Christ. It would have been traumatizing for viewers. His guests watched the chain of events unfold. Then, silently, he headed for the door. What? Just before they left the room. Goodbye. They said as if nothing at all was wrong, and shut the door. So these people did that to him? Oh god, this is creepy. God, what the hell? Extra saucy. Talk about desperate to get followers. I'm going to another stream. To be honest, okay, this is exaggerated. I think people would probably be freaked out at this. Let's be honest here. They wouldn't be like, I'm bored, I'm going to another stream. Fucking... Oh, this is 2015. Okay, my bad. Oh, this was in 2009. Okay, the event of the guy dying was in 2009. No, the earthquake was in 2009. Never mind. The earthquake was in 2009. Now we're in 2015. When the guy died. I think. So the guy killed him? The people that came in the room? Oh. Momone Takayanagi had finished her concert. Like always, she stayed behind to help, but put away the instruments. She even helped clean up the audience seats, even though that was the concert hall job. Only after all that was done could she take a break. There wasn't much time left before a solo street concert, but she still had to help anyways. She'd always been like that. A hard worker, we like her. I already forgot her name. Even if it wasn't her responsibility, she couldn't help but get involved. It was like in middle school when one of her friends who wasn't as good at studying asked her for test notes. Or in high school, when a girl she knew asked her how to make Valentine's chocolate for a boy she really liked. She stayed up so many nights her own test grades were worse than her friends, and she didn't even have anyone to give chocolate to in Valentine's Day. In the end, it was the other person's responsibility, not hers, but basically, I'm just a huge wuss. Momone Takayanagi was a heart scared of not doing everything she could, even if everything wasn't a responsibility. The concert today was another big success. But sure, it was a tiny room that could normally fit in 150 people or so, sitting in room only, but tickets were 30,000 yen. High for a brand with an amateur vocalist like her, and they still sold out instantly. It was bizarre how excited the crowd was. She'd heard songs during the ballad, and during one of the high-tempo songs, the audience had stood up all the way to the back row. This is impossible. She felt a chill and hugged herself tightly. It was not that her band wasn't popular. Sing it. Got a new tips. I don't get what those tips are, but sing it. They started out in the Nikonia Sing It category and had kept going by doing covers of popular anime songs. It helped that her face, which had earned her the nickname Scarecrow in high school, could look really good when she wore makeup. Creepy? I wonder what she looks like then. And if all of them put on ridiculous costumes and acted like idiots, some people would enjoy that. Videos of their concert and performance put a decent number of views online, but Takayanagi noticed. The vast majority of the people looking at the videos were people who'd come to her concert. People who'd be experienced that insane intensity were going back to the videos to try and feel it again. And Takayanagi knew that they probably wouldn't feel even 1% of it. The ticket prices and the audience sizes were one thing, but the strangest things to her was their eyes. Their eyes pierced right through her, unblinking. They were like pets, totally dependent on their master. The meaning of the lyrics began to take over their lives and they never even questioned it. When she first realized that this was happening, she tried to quit the band. Even if she couldn't, she at least wanted to stop doing the live shows, where people heard her directly. But the other around her wouldn't let that happen. Your voice is amazing, they would tell her. They forced her to keep singing, even as the concert began to terrify her. Takayanagi tried to get out of it, but in the end, she kept giving in. She owed her fellow band members for getting a plain dull girl like her into music. And for a while, part of her managed to have fun. But in the end, Takayanagi lacked the tiny bit of courage needed to break out of the cycle. So, is she kind of like... Oh, so I guess her voice is like hypnotizing her viewers? She forced herself to get up and head towards the street concert, which she didn't want to do. She'd received an email. She read it slowly. She almost dropped her smartphone. She read it again and again, trying to control her shaking hand. It was nothing special, just a simple message about one of the songs she made. Good song, keep it up. Takayanagi tried to stop her tears, but couldn't. The band would get too many messages like this to count, especially after concert. She knew it was rude, but to be honest, she was sick of them. But this email address wasn't for her band. It was one for a site where she had anonymously uploaded original songs. In other words, whoever sent this message hadn't come to a concert. They never heard a voice live or felt its strange power. But they had still said they liked her song. Now she's happy. Oh yeah, I think only the people in her live shows really feel the effect of her powers. So I guess the message kind of showed that someone really appreciated her songs for what it is. Wiping away her tears that wouldn't stop, she quickly wrote a response. That made me really happy. Thank you. Even after she sent it, she kept crying for a while. She hadn't cried this much since the earthquake. And then she stood up. She took her costumes for the day concert out of her bag, balled them up, and threw them in the trash. It was a white cap outfit worn by some angel character in some anime. Certain Fauna really loved it, but she didn't care about it at all. She took a wet towel off a nearby table and violently wiped away her makeup. Aww. She was never wearing another cape or putting on makeup to look like an anime character again. Never, she said out loud. She realized she was more excited than she'd ever been before. She got one comment and she's like, you know what? I'm being myself. And then she started to realize what she wanted to do. What would happen if she said she was going to quit the band? It caused trouble for a lot of people, definitely. Her band was scheduled to play in a restoration festival. But even so, she never wanted to sing at another concert. She's like, oh, I look totally different. I should be fine. She laughed and kissed her smartphone. Oh, I'm glad she's happy. She couldn't wait to get home and start fiddling with her music. Over the web, she could really share music with others. As long as they were hearing her voice live, it would be fine. If she just played a recording from a speaker, or, for example... That's right. She'd leave Shibuya, and when she had a few more songs, she could record them and play them at a street concert. That speaker was small enough that she could fit it under her clothes to fill people. It would be rude to do the same song every time, so each time she re-recorded at home. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Are they trying to kill off, like, all of the people that has, like, special powers? Is that what's happening? Oh no, don't kill her. Fuck, no. I don't want it. Please, please don't kill yourself. There was a knock at the door. One of the staffer, maybe? She smiled and answered them. Now that she'd thrown away her clothes, her back was lighter than she ever imagined it to be. It could be. That lightness made her think about the future. She was happy. Fuck, 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 fuck. No, please don't open the door. No, 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 please. Takayana happily danced towards the door, completely ignoring of what was on the other side. Oh god. Please. Oh fuck. September 19, 2015, Friday night. Oh fuck. Shortly after she finished, she was walking through Shibuya. She had a limp and dragged one leg behind her as if it was injured. Her bangs were unnaturally long, most of her face was covered by them. She wore a dark colored dress that seemed to melt into the night, and above it, a bright red cardigan. Her chest, arm, and legs were almost completely covered. Despite the fact that the night was still warm, she wore gloves as if it were a sin to show any skin at all. She ran into a couple coming out of a hotel and staggered slightly. But she didn't even look at the people she ran into. Oh, she has white hair. She looked down and disappeared into the streets of Shibuya. What's happening to her? None? Taya. What was this voice? Yo, this is creeping me out. What? Digital narrative. What's happening? What's happening is that it's the end of the video. Okay? End of part 1. See you at part 2. Yeet.